My name is Grace. I've lived through heartbreak, betrayal, love, and loss. Every scar on my heart has a story. You're ready? Come closer. Let me tell you today's story. My father gave me one small key 3 days before he died. He held my hand and told me, "When the time is right." I thought he was confused because of his illness. I had no idea those would be the last words he would ever say. My father died 3 days later. At the funeral, everyone cried, but I kept thinking about that key. I searched his room, his drawers, even his old clothes. I found nothing. So I put the key inside my purse and forgot about it. 5 years passed. I got married, had children, and built a new life. The key remained inside an old box in my wardrobe. One afternoon, my mother called me and said something that made my heart stop. She told me, "Your father left something for you. I was afraid to tell you because I didn't know what you would do with the truth." That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept asking myself what my father could have hidden from me. The next morning, my mother took me to my father's old house. She walked straight to a small room at the back of the building. I had lived in that house for years, but I had never seen that door before. My hands shook as I put the key into the lock. The door opened slowly. Inside was a small wooden box, several old photographs, and a letter with my name written on it. I opened the letter. My father's first sentence was simple. "My daughter, if you are reading this, then I am no longer here to explain myself." I started crying before I even reached the second paragraph. I stopped reading for a moment. My hands were shaking. Then I continued. My father wrote that there was something about our family he had hidden from me for many years. Before he married my mother, he had a daughter from another relationship. Her name was Sarah. Sarah was only 6 years old when she disappeared. My father had sent her to stay with relatives for a short time. She never came back. He searched for her everywhere, but every lead ended in disappointment. Years passed. My father eventually married my mother and started a new family. Then I was born. But according to the letter, he never stopped looking for Sarah. Then I reached the part that made my heart stop. My father wrote that he had finally found Sarah years before his death, but she refused to come home. She believed he had abandoned her. She didn't want his money. She didn't want his apology. She only wanted to live her own life without reopening the pain of her childhood. My father wrote that he respected her decision, but he never stopped watching over her from a distance. He kept her photographs. He kept every letter he had written to her. He kept every piece of evidence that proved he had never stopped loving his first child. Then I read the sentence that completely broke me. "Grace, you already know your sister." I read that sentence again and again. I couldn't understand what he meant. Then he wrote her name. I couldn't breathe. Aunt Sarah had been part of my life for as long as I could remember. She had attended my wedding, held my children. She had sat at our family table countless times, and I had never known who she really was. My father had kept the truth hidden because Sarah didn't want anyone to know. She had finally found peace with the life she built. He didn't want to destroy that peace, so he waited. Then I understood why he had given me the key. He knew he was dying. He knew there were things I would eventually discover, but he wanted me to hear the truth from him before I heard it from anyone else. I looked at my mother's face. She was crying. She had known the truth all those years, and suddenly, the woman I thought I knew became someone I had never truly understood. I didn't know whether to be angry, relieved, or grateful. My father had carried that secret until his final days, not because he was ashamed of Sarah. He was afraid that revealing the truth would reopen wounds she had spent years trying to heal. That day, I finally understood what my father had left me. It wasn't just a key. It wasn't just a hidden room. He had left me the truth about a sister I never knew I had, and he had left me one final lesson. Sometimes the people we think have forgotten us are carrying a pain we know nothing about.